again by Tom Peterson's, 82nd and Southeast Foster Road. And a good Saturday evening to you all. Glad to have you aboard. I'm Frank Bonham. We've got a lot of action in store for you. The interviews, of course, and maybe a little bit of wrestling news here and there over the next hour and a half. Hope you'll be with us for all of it. And we'll get underway with that action right after we take this time out and hear from Tom Peterson. Get underway before the action starts is that next week and tonight going to be kids night again. Let's face it, times are a little bit tough in some places. Dono knows that, and so he has, if you haven't noticed, increased the frequency with which we have kids night. So youngsters 14 or younger 14 or younger, one in with each paid adult admission, and hopes that kind of eases things on the pocketbook just a little bit. Next Saturday night, another kids night. This Tuesday is Supercard, Portland Sports Arena. We'll be giving you more information on that later on. Do want to remind you, in about 2 weeks, specifically Saturday, December 12th, that's not about, that's exactly, isn't it? Be looking for a man named Dizzy Hogan, a 265 muscle man who makes a lot of noise, we understand, and backs it up. And listen to this, one description. He may be more powerful than even Jesse Ventura, quote unquote. That's from a wrestling promoter about Dizzy Hogan. Don Owen, wrestling promoter, is in the ring. Introductions for our first match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first event this evening will be one fall. Introducing in this corner, 246 pounds from New Jersey, Muscle Man Mike Masters. His opponent in this corner, 245 pounds, the Kansas football player Art Cruz. Referee Sandy Barr.
Art Cruz up against Mike Masters. Dandy Sandy Barr is the referee. Well, it appears weather's here by the snap in the air. This is usually the time of year when interest in professional wrestling particularly picks up. Interest in pro wrestling very good in the Pacific Northwest for many, many years all around the calendar. But the holiday season especially. And remember that you can buy tickets. If you want to get tickets for Tuesday, the number is 289-4222, 289-4222, and maybe get yourself a little early present for someone. Get them tickets to the wrestling matches this Tuesday. 289-4222, that number answers your calls on Sunday and Tuesday, not Monday. Sunday and Tuesday only. Takedown. Or, of course, you can always come out to Sandy Barr's Play Market here at the Portland Sports Arena. Go to the concession stand, see Mark Owen. That way you get the tickets in your hand. You can give them to friends or relatives. Give them a pair of tickets and say, here, early Merry Christmas to you. From what I understand, it is going to be a dandy side headlock because the new man in the Northwest making a lot of noise, making it in the ring. He's Rocky Johnson. He is unbeaten since he's been here, and he wants the man who does the talking all the time. He said, just soon not mess with all that army, just let me have the general. Rocky Johnson wants Rose and wants him bad. Rolling leg lock takedown by Masters on Art Cruz. Cruz, C-R-E-W-S in this case. Opening match of the evening before another good crowd, not a sellout, but a good crowd on hand. Portland Sports Arena, 8725 North Chautauqua. up toward Jacobina's University of Portland. You go out Lombard, you just cut right at Chautauqua for 4.5 blocks, and you'll find the sports arena. And we are here each and every Saturday night and many, many Tuesdays during the year. It is wrestling this year. The television's not here on Tuesdays. Mike Masters trying to buy out of the hold. Being a little bit out of the ring, saying to boy, the referee rules. Nope, that's not the intent of that particular rule of being out of the ring or on the ropes. He makes his way to his feet, trying to battle and reverse the top wrist lock on Cruz. And incidentally, some research. You might not believe that the wrestling announcer does research. But particularly for our director in the booth tonight, Bonema has done some research. And I can report firsthand, up front and personal, or whatever it is, that Mike Masters comes from Kearney, Kearny, New Jersey. It's spelled N-Y, not N-E-Y, but it is pronounced, I would pronounce it Kearney, too. I believe it is Nebraska. Kearney is what I would pronounce it, but he says it's Kearney back there, named after some guy whose name was Kearney. So Larry Bollinger. I've done your research. I hear you clicking my headset, but I don't hear you talking. And I know he's telling me lots of nice things now. Mike Masters, Art Cruz, first match of the evening. Portland wrestling coming your way, nearly 15 years of it now. And I hear Larry keying into me, but I don't hear his dulcet tones. Off the ropes. Right tackle put Masters down. He's up quick. Dive underneath another one, but side headlock. Cruz from Topeka, Kansas. Played football. And a lot of it at the University of Kansas, I'm told. Masters is wrestler all the way, as well as weightlifting, bodybuilding. Steve Regal still suffering the shoulder separation. The doctor saying, hey, pal, you get in the ring with that, you're looking at 6 to 9 months out of duty. So he's trying to take it easy. Once in a while, the Army gets at him if they can. If he happens to go down the ringside to talk to one of his friends or congratulate somebody like Art Cruz or Hack Sawyer. But he is still out of action with a bad wing. Side headlock down on the canvas. Art Cruz with the hold. Cruz working the headlock. Masters throws him off, but is nailed by the flying tackle. Hey, just having trouble, I'll tell you, Arthur. The Kansas lad is getting tricky. Coming up in February, it's the second or third Saturday in February, is going to mark 15 years. Portland Wrestling's been on the air, and I've found a few things at home that were sent in over the years by listeners from 15 or more years ago, and I'd be interested if you have any kind of memento. We can't promise to get it back to you.
5 minutes remaining in the match.
If you have an old program or booklet from that era, any newspaper clippings, advertisements, sponsors of wrestling at that time, love to have them send them to me. Frank Bonnemer at KPTV, P.O. Box 3401, Portland 97208. Or just KPTV Portland will get it. Going up in the air with a power slam. Picked him up, drove him into the mat with the shoulder. But it put him down for a count of 2, not 3. Cruz coming back, Masters, roundhouse right, and another to the back of the head. Sandoval yelling at him about get off the fist. Here's the open hand, and he grabs a chin lock from the rear. Mike Masters chin lock from behind on Art Cruz.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes.
Art Cruz in the grasp of Mike Masters. Elbow into the ribs and another. Right tackle. He dives underneath Cruz, coming across and catches him. A knee lift to the midsection. Art Cruz down. He's up and wobbly. Front chancery. The hold put on. Masters with it. Some of the ringsiders yelling he's choking. The referee down there trying to find out if that is the case or not.
3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
Those of you in the northern fringes of our signal from KPTV, up towards Seattle, Christmas Day is traditionally a big one for professional wrestling. The scene changes occasionally, and it will this year as Seattle has the big show on Christmas Day, the night of Christmas Day, December 25th. You folks up that way, make your plans. Well, Portlanders might just want to drive up there. It's going to be a super show. Seattle Seattle Center Arena. Back body drop with the shoulder throw, the whip. He's going to go for it. No, but he's going to go for it again. He went with a flying elbow, caught Masters and may have him.
2 minutes.
Had him for 2, not 3.
2 minutes.
The whip into the turnbuckle. Far neutral corner going in, bringing him out with a monkey flip. Cruz going to work on Masters. Set for the whip again. Whip to catch him again with the shoulder. He got dropped with a kick. Watch out. The Big Apple squeeze. Mike Masters named for his full Nelson. And I see Buddy Rose coming near ringside with the lubricant. Has Cruz given up? He has. Cruz is submitted to the hold. Buddy Rose was slow last week in getting in there with the lubricant. And I think they're going to get him loose, but I think he's going to get DQ'd anyway. He's being slow about doing it. Rocky Johnson may hurry him up just a little. And no lubricant needed. Rocky Johnson got in. Well, you saw it. Masters would not break it. Buddy Rose is down at ringside. And he is being disqualified. Masters wants to win. He'll not get it. Whoa! Rose catches a couple from burly Rocky Johnson. I tell you, he lays some on him. And he knocked Rose out of the ring with an uppercut last week after things were over. But they weren't over for Rose. He was trying to interfere.
10 minutes and 45
so on a disqualification, Cruz gets the ring. Action all over the Pacific Northwest. And take your opportunity to see it when you can, you folks over in the coast. Well, you had a storm. They'll be having a storm in one of the new really good wrestling towns in the Pacific Northwest, Newport, Oregon at the high school. Monday, we're up in Orting in the state of Washington. Tuesday, the Super Show here at the Portland Sports Arena. Wednesday, another big shootout at Seattle Center Arena. Thursday, they've got one going at Salem at the Grand Theater. Friday in Eugene, Elton Owen with another big one on hand there. Saturday at Findlay, Washington. That's just outside Kennewick. Next Sunday, back at Portland. Tomorrow, Newport. Monday, Orting. We'll be right back. Here's Al Tonkin for Marv Tonkin Ford.
Marv Tonkin Ford, we're your number one. Marv Tonkin Ford, we're your number one. Marv Tonkin Ford, we're your number one. At the number one family Ford store, we have the car just right for you. A special buy, good mileage too. Come in and see us at Marv today, your number one. At the number one family Ford store. Come in and see us at Marv's today, your number one. At the number one family Ford store. Marv Tonkin Ford.
Because a body has different aches or pains, Pollenex has different massagers for body.
Let's run down to wrestling with your friend Dutch Savage.
Yeah, good evening, folks. Tomorrow evening, you people over on the coast in Newport, we're coming over there. Everybody you see here tonight is going to be in Newport tomorrow night. We're at the high school gym. The JCs are the sponsors, so we've had really good crowds over there. You can get your tickets at the high school gym tomorrow night. Matches start at 7 o'clock in Newport. Monday night, we're up in Orting, Washington. Tuesday night, Don Owens has another spectacular Portland special planned. The match is coming up. I don't know. I'm quite sure you'll be telling the people here later on about pay attention. Seattle, Wednesday, Thursday, Salem. Friday night, the Lane County Fairgrounds. Elton Owens has another one going down in Eugene, Oregon. Portland again next Saturday night, and that's kids night. All the kids with a paid adult gets in free. And Sunday, we're over in Findlay, Washington. It's about 3 miles outside of Kennewick. They don't like to be called Kennewick. It's Findlay, Washington. But I want to reiterate again, tomorrow night in Newport, we'd like to make it the biggest and best show of the year. And folks, I have nothing but good things to say about this Rocky Johnson that just came in. And a lot of the people that I know throughout the city and throughout Washington and the Clark County think the world of this guy should come in. I want to say goodnight to my wife, Willa. I want to say goodnight to all my people from my church over in Orchards. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, as you know. And I especially want to say hello to all those kids out there that have problems with drugs and everything else. You've got my number on television. If I can help any of you kids out there, give me a call.
That's a Dutchman, ladies and gentlemen. Dutch Savage. We'll be right back. Tom's going to do all the talking, but I can add that there are great buys this weekend at Southeast 82nd and Foster. Here's Tom.
Where can you buy a chair and get a bear? At Tom Peterson's, that's where. Our best action recliner by Lane on sale.
At Memorial Coliseum, come see just how affordable vacationing can be.
Just want to remind you again, Dizzy Hogan, remember that name. The man's coming in about 2 weeks, and we understand he is going to tear things up pretty good. He's done it wherever he has been before. As we quoted one promoter, the man may be more powerful than even Jesse Ventura. And you remember the powerhouse that Jesse, the great Ventura, was. Here's Don Owen for introductions.
One fall, introducing in this corner, 240 pounds from Hong Kong, Chan Lee. His opponent in this corner, 238 pounds, from North Carolina, Indian Billy Whitecloud.
Well, if you notice, a familiar face missing. In fact, we see an empty chair over there across ringside. Irene Dial, who is our consulting referee, we understand is in the hospital. I certainly hope that it's nothing serious. Irene, if it's well enough for you to see, be watching, that is. Wish you well and get out of there. Get back. Bake me some banana bread. If it's too serious, we hope somebody at the hospital will pass things along. Going to see right behind Billy Whitecloud an empty chair, and that's probably where Irene would be sitting. Thank you, Rusty, for passing that along. Now, I don't know a lot about karate. I swore I didn't know they were into double mitt, though. But I guess so. Billy Whitecloud, hip toss, then he's kicked off. Chung Lee. Ooh, a screaming elbow drop. He's not wearing his watch in the ring or anything. That's the tape around the hands is black tape. Very difficult to get much information on Chung Lee. Speaks very little English. Billy Whitecloud, full-blooded Cherokee from North Carolina. Made his name over in Europe in the last 5 to 7 years. Roll over. Using the arm drag for the takedown. Billy Whitecloud on Chung Lee. Decked out in bright blue. Wrestling slacks tonight. I don't know what else to call him. He always before that I've seen him wearing the traditional black cotton trousers, would you call them? Whatever. He's on the rope. Leg out of the ring on the rope. Break is called for. Second match of the evening. Masters seemingly winning the first one. But he took too long to break that full Nelson again. And his general, Buddy Rose, is down there in plenty of time with the lubricant. But Masters kept swinging Art Cruz away with the full Nelson. Buddy said, I can't get the lubricant to him, Sandy. Sandy Barr says, I've counted 5. He's DQ'd, and by that time, Rocky Johnson had arrived on the scene. And he uses a similar way of breaking the hold. The fingers swell up, says Buddy Rose and Masters, and they have to put lubricant on the fingers. Well, Rocky Johnson applied 5 on the right hand, curled up in what's called a fist to the side of the head. And it has the, works in the same principle. The fingers definitely come loose. He busted him, broke the hold. And Masters was disqualified. Art Cruz got the win on the DQ. And we can probably thank Rocky Johnson for Cruz not getting any serious damage done to him. Headlock here used for the takedown, say many of the ringsiders. Combination headlock face lock being used by Chung Lee from Hong Kong. Headlock, facelock combination. Chung Lee working it on Billy Whitecloud, second match of the evening. The main event appears as if you're going to get the main event of the night as your TV main event. Tag team championship action. Rose and Stasiak defending against challengers Rocky Johnson and King Parsons. I would like to say so many of the main events being brought to you by Don Owen at the urging of the sponsors. And of course, we talk about in February, whoa, the action. Flying tackle, Chung Lee down, coming after him, Whitecloud. Leapfrog, turns, leapfrog right back at him, and a drop kick. And another drop kick. Chung Lee is going to bail out. We're talking about in February, where you will have been here 15 years. And, of course, that is not made possible without sponsors. And we appreciate it whenever you get by either one of our regular sponsors. Whether you need a product of theirs or not, even if you're just driving by, you want to pull over at the curb, minute drive into their place, jump out and tell one of the salesmen if you just got a moment, say, hey, we certainly appreciate Marv or Tom bringing wrestling to us over these many years, continuing to do so. We want to say thank you. And I'll tell you, they do appreciate it. Every time somebody does that, I get a report on it. The sponsors are always impressed that someone would do that. Take their time. Body scissors put on by Whitecloud. Whitecloud with the hold, but Chung Lee with the leverage. And now has him and
5 minutes remaining.
Turn him into a Boston Crab, has him turned over. Whitecloud refusing to submit to the hold. Bridges up. Turns over Chung Lee. Chung Lee coming right back at him. And Whitecloud kicks off. Indeed. Going at each other with chops now into the eyes. Goes Chung Lee. And again. Headlock from behind. Chung Lee. And he got caught for using hair apparently to get that hold.
4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes.
Into the ropes. Catches him. Could be a sleeper. He caught him coming off the ropes with that headlock from behind. And most of those who study the Oriental martial arts know the basic rudiments of a sleeper, and he might just be putting the sleeper on him. The Whitecloud trying to hold out against it. The referee down asking, do you want to submit? He's holding the hand out so that the minute a man does submit, if he should, his opponent can be tapped on the shoulder and told he submitted, you win, break the hold.
3 minutes remaining.
Chung
3
Lee
minutes.
getting a little frustrated that the headlock isn't doing it. Comes out punching, tries to drive a knee. into the throat of Billy White Cloud, who got out of the way. And Meade driven into the canvas. Billy White Cloud. Knee drop to the inside of the left knee. Now the body drop at the same spot on Chung Lee. Whoa. Got the toe hold. Getting Chung Lee away from those ropes to try to work on the left leg. He is kicked off into the ropes.
2 minutes.
Cartwheels around. And a cartwheel takedown. Cartwheeled with the leg dive. Spinning toe hold. Spinning toe hold. He's got it well applied. Chung Lee grabbing onto the referee, grabbing the shirt. The pain is intense at this time. Chung Lee refusing to give up and gets a thumb in the eye. He found a way out of it. But that left leg that wheel's got a flat tire. Right now, left leg hurting on Chung Lee. He comes at White Cloud with a chop. Anybody been around pro wrestling for even a few months? If they stay around, you know they've got the ability to take a lot of pain and get back up.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
That's what Chung Lee just did. White Cloud has done it. Now they're mixing it in the middle of the ring. This is a headbutt. Body slam, no backbreaker. White Cloud in a backbreaker by Chung Lee. Takes a count of 2, but not a 3. Judo kick, and he has a powerful kick. One of the best kicking karate or judo experts I've seen. Talking about Chung Lee. Catches a headbutt to the midsection, backed up with a double chop. Body press gets a count of 2. But as Bill Shawnee would say, 2 is close but no cigar. Here's the backslide. I think he might have had the pin, but the bell rung. It'll be a time limit draw. They are not done fighting yet. The time is up. Referee Sandy Barr trying to break them. Goes to the time limit. It is a draw. Are they going to quit? Yes. White Cloud doesn't want it. White Cloud wants to go some more. And he comes between the legs of Sandy Barr. Chung Lee is going to get out of there. I put in my time. The time limit draw will return to the Portland Sports Arena. And if plans go right, we'll have the main event for you, the championship tag team match. But first, here's Al Tonkin from our Tonkin Ford.
Remember when you're shopping for a new Ford, remember Marv Tonkin Ford and save more by shopping at the Northwest Leader, where you will always find the Northwest's largest selection of new Fords, including tough Ford trucks, exciting new EXPs, sporty Mustangs, and fuel-efficient Escorts, including a wide selection of new four-door Escorts like this one, starting as low as $61.87, depending on your choice of equipment. Remember to shop at the Northwest Leader and save. That's Marv Tonkin Ford, where you're number one.
Ladies, take another look. A good...
Stan Stasiak, Mike Masters, Matt Bourne, the Army, and the General Buddy Rose.
First of all, before we talk about wrestling, I just want to congratulate a personal friend of Matt Bourne's and mine and Masters of Stasiak. That's Alan Tonkin. Alan Tonkin was married just a few short hours ago. I couldn't be at the marriage because of the wrestling matches, but I did make a special trip over there earlier today. And I want to congratulate Alan Tonkin on his marriage to Janine tonight, a personal friend of mine. And I want to say one thing. The man has got his own self-respect, his own self-individuality. He's an honest man, and he's a businessman, and it's going to go a long way. I can tell you and Janine are going to be happily married for a long time. They're off to Honolulu, Hawaii tomorrow. I want you to have a good time over there. And the man's a personal friend of mine and a personal friend of Matt Bourne's now, and he's done us a lot of favors. And if there's anything we can ever do for you, Alan Tonkin, just give the Playboy or Matt Bourne a call. Okay, now, I heard Steve Regal up here commentating the last couple weeks, and he's not up here tonight. Well, Steve Regal, let me tell you something. Your facility for the jocular repost in your mastery of droll repartee doesn't strike the measure of risability from me. In other words, Frank, you do not belong up here like a Don Meredith or Howard Cosell or Frank Bonema. Okay, did you understand what I was saying?
That was wild verbosity.
Okay, this is what it's all about. The tag champion, Stasak, and myself, the man with the muscles, Muscle Man Mike Masters, and the younger generation, Bourne and myself, the athletes of this team, we are unbeatable, right? Does anybody else have anything to say to add to this? Matt, Stasak, let's just keep telling them like it is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Steve Regal was up here a couple weeks ago telling everybody that my true colors are coming out. Well, that's one of the only things that you said that I heard that I agree with you on. My true colors are coming out. I've been winning. I haven't lost since I did come with Buddy Rose. I'm a winner now, Regal. You can't make me lose anymore, and that shoulder of yours isn't really hurt. I know that. You know that. You're afraid to get in the ring with me because you know, Regal, you know I'm going to hurt you when you get in that ring, and you can't avoid it. It's coming down. You can't fake it. You can't fake that shoulder too much longer. You're going to have to get in the ring, and I'm going to hurt you bad.
Frank, you see, when you have a combination like we have, we've got it all together. Talk about a complete army. We've got experience. We've got muscle. We've got brains, which we proved just a while ago. A little speech that Buddy Rose made even shocked me. I understood every word he said, but it takes brains. We got speed, ability, agility. We got reputation. We got it all. We got it all in one bundle, Frank. And all that spells is danger. Danger, victory for us, success, and a lot of money. And that's what it's all about, and that's what we're after, and that's what we're going to get. We have no room for crybabies. We have no room for complainers. We are wrestlers. We are men. We are superior athletes, and we are going to remain that way. Because, like I said, we got everything to back it up.
Hey, everybody saw how I won my match tonight and as Johnson interfered. Well, let me tell you something about Rocky Johnson. He's strong. Yeah, he's strong, all right, but that's nothing that a little underarm deodorant won't clear up. I am the strongest man in the Pacific Northwest, and I always will be.
Oh, one more thing. Stasak, Bourne, Masters, when we talk about money, when this army talks about money, E.F. Hutton even listens. That's right, because we are talking about the big bucks. We are athletes just like the Venezuelas, or you name it. We are going after the big bucks, and that's all we want. And to do that, we have to hurt and run people out, and we're going to start doing it now.
We're on out. First class, Army.
First class, women.
And they have run out of time. That's the Army. We'll be back. They may not be done talking, but we're not listening to them. We'll be back after Tom Peterson.
As advertised in TV Guide this week, new at Tom Peterson's, the names Toshiba, Advent, JVC, the sound breathtaking. The price only $888. You save $208 when you buy the system. The terms just $39.95 a month. Here it is, Toshiba AM, FM, stereo, digital, synthesized tuner with 12-station memory. Toshiba matching stereo amp.
Ah, pretty face among the many viewing professional wrestling. As we wait for the main event to come out. Remember, a week from tonight, Kids Night next Saturday. It's into December already, would you believe it? Into December, Kid Night next Saturday. One youngster in with each free paid adult admission, 14 or under. Okay. Whatever you say, Cottage Grove. The Army to defend their tag team titles. Incidentally, any of you out there who might need some varmints or rabbit shot would like to know about it, like take my 22 and go twinking. You drop me a card.
Ladies and gentlemen, next Saturday night, being as times are a little bit tough, we're going to let all the kids in free that come with an adult next Saturday night. So tell your folks, kids, and come in next week. The next event be the best 2 out of 3 falls are to a TV time limit for the Northwest Team Championship. Introducing in this corner the defending title holders, Crusher Stasiak and Playboy Buddy Rose. The challenger tonight, the team of Rocky Johnson and King Parsons. The belts are at stake tonight.
King Parsons getting the biggest break of his young career. Teamed up with the 10-year veteran Rocky Johnson. I believe kind of interesting that his jacket is gold lame. He seems to be the golden boy of the Northwest right now, Rocky Johnson. He and King Parsons for the tag team title. Talking about that hunting, I'd just like to go out and plink around, shoot some rabbits, some squirrels if you need them shot. Got me a card or letter? Like, come on out, me and my boy. The team of Johnson and Parsons going after a much bigger game right here tonight. And let me tell you that Rocky Johnson does not see this as the top of the pinnacle. He is saying, this is fine. Me and my partner are going to win this. We're going to have our belts. But I am not happy and will not be happy until I get a hold of Rose. And I want to be the man that sends Buddy Rose out of the Pacific Northwest. The Rock has a lot to say. And he says it well. And he has been saying it often lately about Buddy Rose. Now, Rose many times has taken challengers of that kind and put his Army in against him, as he does in the tag team match right here. Rose waited to see who was coming in. He has done this in other matches. He does his level best to stay out of there when Johnson's in the ring. If Johnson should tag out, Parsons in, then you'll see Buddy Rose coming in, thinking that he has a great advantage in experience as well as size over King Parsons. Likes to use members of his army to go up against in this particular case. The likes of Rocky Johnson. Shot to the ribs. I think Rocky just said, I've heard about this man's heart punch. That was my rib punch. Parsons in. Johnson out. To the hammerlock and the tag. Rose happy to come in. A lot happy maybe. But comes in. Going against Parsons. This is the best 2 out of 3 fall for the tag team championships. A shot. He's got him over in the corner. Tags Rocky. Buddy Rose fails out. He gets just far enough in the ring to make the tag. Now let's see which ruling. The tag is not being allowed It could be that he was not all the way in the ring, or it could be that he had not made physical contact with his opponent after the tag. That's it. No, he was not in the ring. That was the ruling he was going on. First time up, he just went under the bottom rope for each step. Sandy Bar Road, you got to get in the ring to start a match. You cannot tag out. The starters of the match cannot tag out until they made physical contact. That apparently is not the case on each tag throughout the match. Armbar, Rocky Johnson. Staying a man, wants the tag. Rose says, you hang in there. You're doing okay, Sam. The armbar. Johnson's letting him get over there for the tag. And Stasiak makes the move. He just lets him go. Johnson wants the Las Vegas blonde in the squared circle. And he's having trouble getting him there. And now Sandy Barr saying, you made the tag. You go out, and the man comes in. Left jab. Man used to do a lot of boxing. Fast hands of Rocky Johnson. Can't quite Rose. Sure what Rose is up to now. He might try to sucker Johnson into his corner. They could double team him. Side headlock. Rose thrown off it. Flying tackle puts Johnson down, but he bounces right back up. Hip toss on the Playboy. Arm drag, slam, and to the wing lock. Armbar and a headbutt. Parsons now in. Headbutt to the shoulder, and another one. That's putting some punishment. Steve Regal still out. Suffering that shoulder separation to right. Arm still in a sling. Just a matter of time when he gets back into action. I know that he thought a week ago that he would be back up this week. Took him down on that arm bar. Rocky Johnson got to come after that arm from the top turnbuckle. Grabs it. Arm bar. Forearm smash. Right in the bicep. And another. That's three of them. That's four. The King, come on in. Take a shot at it. He comes flying with a flying headbutt to the left arm of the Playboy. Buddy Rose and Stan Stasiak defending the tag team championship. Armbar, turning it over. He came back with an overhand right, hit Rocky Johnson to the head, and the only thing that got hurt was his hand. First fall action of the best 2 out of 3 fall main event. More action after we go off the air, remember, and you can find out what happened in that. Maybe pick up any late news on wrestling by listening to KYXI Sunday morning, 8:17, 9:17, and 10:17. Armbar, Rocky Johnson grinding down on the left arm of Buddy Rose. King Parsons in to take over the armbar. High tackle. Playboy goes down. Parsons leapfrogs him. Catches him coming off the ropes. Arm drag. Slammed to the wing lock for the takedown. Wing lock working. Oh. Kicks the Playboy about 3 feet up off the mat. That hold. Rocky Johnson wailing away again with the wing lock. To the top wrist lock. Rocky Johnson working on Buddy Rose. Parsons in. Rocky Johnson out. Headbutt to the shoulder and another. And Rocky coming back in. Gets a right uppercut to the arm. He's going to pump handle now. Rocky out. Parsons in. They're working pretty good as a team tonight. Pump handle by Parsons. And he gave it up. Buddy Rose submitted on it. 15 times he had that left arm. And a lot of other work done on it. And Buddy Rose submitted. First fall goes to the defending champions. Rather to the challengers. The defending champions lose. Remember, all the people you see here in Portland Wrestling every Saturday night are the very same people that you see when wrestling comes to your town here in Oregon or in Washington that we tell you about. So remember, you can see the stars in action, and here's where you can see them coming up this week. Newport, Oregon, over on the coast. Tomorrow at the high school gym. That's Sunday, 7 o'clock card. Monday up in Orting, Washington, high school gym. Tuesday, a super special here at Portland. More on that later. Wednesday, the big shootout in Seattle. Thursday, Salem's Grand Theater. This great new team of Thompson and Parsons. Going to go at it there. Friday in Eugene, Illinois. There's another gigantic card for you. Next Saturday, we'll be back in Portland for Kids Night. And a week from tomorrow is in Findlay, just outside of Kennewick, Washington. We'll be back in a moment. Right now, here's some words from Marv Tonkin Ford.
Marv Tonkin Ford.
Next interview here, we've got Steve Regal and friend.
Yes, and friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rocky is a good friend of mine. I'm out here for one reason right now, and that's to introduce him, and there's one thing I want him to do for me. He's a good friend of mine. Mike Masters did this to my arm through the orders of Doughboy Buddy Rose, and I'm not going to be well probably till Christmas is what I'm looking at, what the doctor tells me now. But I want Rocky Johnson to get a loser leave town match with his Mike Masters and start right there, and that'll be one more less problem we have, right, Rocky?
Hey, I'll tell you this, brother. If that's what you want, then, hey, I'm going to do my best to whittle that army down, brother. If I can get by this Rose Tuesday night, which ain't no doubt in my mind with all these good people behind me that I will. I know I will. But I'll tell you one thing, Big Daddy. I'll be more than happy to have a loser leave town with him anytime, any place, anywhere, brother, because one of us got to go, and it's about time now that we start eliminating this army, man, because you see what they've done to my main man here. They hurt his arm. They're going to try and hurt me and everybody else. So we might as well get it done now, brother, and we might as well start the fireworks early this year.
Okay, and in case you hadn't heard, it is set for Tuesday night. Rocky Johnson, Buddy Rose, one-on-one in the ring Tuesday night. And then we'll see about Mike Masters. Thank you very much for coming up, Steve. Rocky, thank you. Oh, and I tell you, that Rocky is going to be there at Salem. He'll be in Eugene, Orling, Newport tomorrow night. Remember, those Sunday cards start at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back. Remember, the show is made possible by our sponsors, and here's one of them been with us a long time, Tom Peterson.
Only at Tom Peterson's, a Christmas special. Free Odyssey video game is advertised this week on the back page of TV Click and in TV Guide. This Odyssey video game, free with the purchase of any 13, 19, or 25-inch colored TV in our showroom, like this 19-inch GE remote color for only $4.99. And it's remote, and the price is only $4.99. And you get the Odyssey game free. There's only one place to buy it. That's Tom Peterson's. That's a great offer on colored televisions. And, of course, at Christmas, when you buy any 13, 19, or 25-inch colored television, best of all, when you buy the package, you can save $400. It's a great buy. Save $400 is advertised in TV Guide this week. This Toshiba Panasonic indoor-outdoor video system at Tom Peterson's, only $63.45 a month. And here's what you get. Toshiba video recorder, Toshiba video tuner for recording TV programs, Panasonic colored camera for making home movies, plus free membership in Tom Peterson's Top 50 Movie Club, and free blank tapes. All this for $11.97. Now that's Tom Peterson's.
Future is now. Explore Omni, the new frontier. Sunday at 8:30 on KPTV 12, Portland.
I want to remind you, good gift idea. Wrestling tickets. I don't want you to misunderstand that. 289-4222 is the number to call on Sunday or Tuesday. Sunday or Tuesday, not Monday. But Sunday or Tuesday, you can order over the phone wrestling tickets. The best deals come out to the flea market on Sunday, tomorrow. Doors open about 8 o'clock. It's all over about 3 in the afternoon. But you can come out during that time, go to the concession stand, buy real good tickets for, say, a Tuesday night card like the one coming up, and hand out early Christmas present, huh? On shows on weeks when there is no Tuesday card, you can come out on Sunday, buy tickets for the next Saturday if you'd rather do that. If that would be your way. Giving someone some pro wrestling for Christmas. Stasiak is attempting to start for the team of the Army. The rules, as we've explained them many times before, is the man who finished the previous fall has to be representing his team in the squared circle starting the next fall. And there has to be physical contact between the two opponents before either one can tag out. So in other words, if Rose right now tried to run over and tag out, it would not be allowed. That is, if the referee is staying with the rules and being alert. Sandegar usually is. Back to the left arm again. Jerking on the left arm. Buddy Rose in the eyes. In the eyes hard, tags out. Stan Stasiak, former world champion, is in there. Northwest champion some 10 or 11 times. But that's when that Savage held that title more times than anybody in history, to my knowledge anyway. 16 times. But Savage has been heavyweight champion. I think Stasiak would probably be next. Double teaming as Rocky Johnson has to be chased out by the referee. And his partner, King Parsons, is getting double teamed. Stan Stasiak. Hustling down. He goes into the hair. Sandy Barr was over checking time. The crowd getting riled. But there being, first of all, use of the hair and no tag, and Buddy Rose is loving it. The more excitement he can stir up, the better he likes it. He is saying the crowd tells me there was no tag, and he's buying that. Stasiak again into the hair for the takedown on King Parsons. Lose the Leaf Town match. That talk is in the air again. You heard Steve Regal asking Rocky Johnson if he might not put his career here in the Northwest on the line by getting to lose the Leaf Town with Masters. Oh, left arm wrapped around the steel ring post. That's a 4-inch steel pipe with a 2-inch flange on the outside. Now watch out. Here comes Rose again. The left shoulder of King Parsons slammed into the ring post, and Rose is loving it. The dirtier it gets, the more riled the crowd gets, the better he likes it, and he will readily admit that. Stasiak has wrestled this way for years. There was a period where he was pretty well liked in Portland. Really didn't wrestle much differently. And he wrestled most of the rough guys. Trying to work the double team. That time Sandy Barr breaks it up. Barr telling Stasiak, I'm going to be DQ'ing you if you keep it up. Now it's Buddy Rose in against Parsons, and he has the arm bar. And he goes to jerking it on. Jerking on it. Johnson taken out of the ring again, and they get another double team on King Parsons. Parsons and Johnson won the first fall. They are in trouble now. Unless Parsons can get over and tag out. He has taken a lot of punishment. They're working on the left arm, but Parsons refused to submit. Continues to refuse to submit. Now Rose is biting. Whenever Sandy Barr's attention is diverted, Rose goes to biting. He's going to tag out Stan the Man. Stasiak is coming in. Stomping to the left shoulder more and more. Stasiak was getting in a little bit of trouble. Parsons is trying to come back. Eddie Rose moved up the ropes and thwarted him. Eddie Rose Works another one, slamming the arm of King Parsons around the ring post. Gets it done before Rocky Johnson can get over there, prevent it. The left arm is hurting. That claw hold is on, and he's had to give it up. Parsons submitted to the claw hold on the left arm and shoulder. Johnson almost catching him. I tell you, Rocky is thinking more of Buddy Rose than he is his partner right now. And that is the whole idea. Rose's psychology. Well, no matter how you slice it, it ends up that we are at a fall apiece. So, the third fall, which will be the deciding fall for the Tag Team Championships, coming up after we hear about Marv Tonkin Ford.
Remember when you're shopping for a new Ford, remember
Napa Stores.
Out of action, but he's still the champ, Steve Regal.
Thank you, Frank. You know, you hit it on the head. I'm still the champ. I'm down, but I'm not out yet. I got a long way to go. Mike Masters, I got 3 guys on my mind here. Mike Masters, Matt Bourne, and Buddy Rose. First on the list, of course, is Masters for doing this to my arm. He deliberately injured my arm through the instructions of Doughboy Buddy Rose. Did it on purpose. Separating my shoulder is costing me a lot of money, a lot of bucks. But I'm not going to be well enough to go with Masters. That's why I asked Rocky to do that for me. That leaves Bourne and Rose. Well, number 1's going to have to be Rose because he caused all the trouble around here to begin with. Buddy Rose, you're number 1 on the list. And as soon as I get well, maybe Christmas, maybe New Year's, whatever, for 1982, the goal is to get rid of the Army. Rose, Bourne, and Masters. That's all I have to say, Frank.
Steve Regal, short and sweet. We will be back with more wrestling. We'll make it short and sweet, too, as we hear from Tom Peterson.
Where can you buy a chair and get a bear?
Remember the name, Dizzy Hogan. 265-pounder out of the Midwest and a mean son of a gun. He'll be here in a couple of weeks. And they say that might make quite a ripple in the pond that is Northwest Wrestling. Well, the titles are on the line. It's a fall apiece. And now Johnson and Parsons momentarily going to try the same stunt that was tried by Stasak and Rose earlier. That is, the man who finished the previous fall has to start the next one. Rocky Johnson talking about it and then listening and not giving any argument. Just discussing it, the Sandy Bar. I think he's trying to tell him now, get in, do a little jabbing, try to get away, use the left arm. That's the one that's hurting. So move, and he is. Bopping and a weaving, as Lonnie Main used to say. And he is using the jab on Stasak. Stasak. Yeah, crying out, let's wrestle. He went in after him, and they've got him in the corner working again. And if time the way it is, I hope we've got a standby bout. They've got Parsons in trouble early here in the third fall. Into the corner. They're double teaming him there. Sandy Bar trying to get in to stop it. Rocky Johnson having enough of it. Starts over again. Has to be taken out of the ring. That left arm and shoulder. Shoulder particularly being worked on by Stasak, but now it's Parsons coming back with a right hand and getting over for the tag. Here comes Rocky. Rocky greeted by Stasak. Does a shoulder roll, a flying body press. We've got new champions, folks. flying body press. Rocky Johnson and King Parsons. If you wonder why there's only one belt, one apparently has been, well, it's missing. We have heard how it might have gotten missing. Buddy Rose saying, what happened? Parsons came back strong with his right hand. He could not use his left. He used his right. Drove it into the midsection of Stan Stasiak. Then was able to get over for the tag. Rocky Johnson took the tag. Leaped into the ring. Came in. Worked a little bit on Stasiak. And then hit him with a flying body press, that upright flying body press. Nailed him with it, and it was 1, 2, 3, and the party was over, and we have new tag team champions. And they are Rocky Johnson and King Parsons, the new Pacific Northwest tag team title holders, and in sensational fashion, as you saw. Well, I'll tell you, we've had a lot of champions in over the years that I've been here, nearly 15, as I told you earlier. And I don't know if one's ever come upon us quite as fast as this one. Whew. The crowd is down there. We're going to have Buddy Rose on here momentarily in an interview. And they are getting on Buddy Rose, who is standing by. Now, you've got to take into consideration that the next time Rose climbs in a ring here in Portland, it's going to be in the squared circle you see in your screen right now against Rocky Johnson. The fact that Johnson could take the tag team championship away from the Army is going to have to make Buddy Rose have some second thoughts. Word was, when he heard he had to have that match Tuesday, he was already thinking of leaving town. We'll see. Here's some word of some messages from Marv Tonkin.
Fort Stark, where you have the last chance.
Fort Stark?
Oh, well, wait a minute.
Fort Stark. Give me that. That's Fort Stark. Last chance to buy a car.
It's his spot.
Yeah. Get out of here, all of you. Jeez. All right, Fort Stark, last chance to buy a car before you get over the mountain. You know, if you've been looking for a $2,000 car or less, you find that they're few and far between. But at Fort Stark, our new Stark Street location, we've got plenty of them. Here's a hard-to-find 1969 Mustang. It's very, very sharp with power steering, gas-saving six-cylinder. Rare find indeed. Fort Stark's price just $19.99, first come, first serve. And let's take a look at this one, Don. It's a 1973 Chevrolet Malibu with V8, power steering, brakes, even air, and tilt. At Fort Stark, you can drive this one for just $7.99. And if you've been looking for that hard-to-find economy pickup, well, we've got them here. Here's a 1973 Ford Courier with automatic and canopy, low miles, ready to go to work for just $14.99. That's at Marv Tonkin Ford. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think I've run out of gas, Don. Is it okay if I go? Okay. Whew.
Alan gets a vacation in December, and he has to be back on January 1st. Remember now, that's at Marv Tonkin Ford, the family Ford store, where you're number one.
You're number one at the number one family Ford store, Marv Tonkin Ford.
Tuesday night in that ring right there, Buddy Rose, the match you didn't want. Head-to-head, one-on-one with Rocky Johnson.
That's right. I still don't want it. Not after what happened tonight. The belt. Oh, here comes the man, Rocky Johnson. You come here, boy, because I got something to say to you, boy, after you shine my shoes. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to wrestle you.
You are, Turkey.
You said it for you. Right now, I am not going to wrestle you.
Well, he's saying he's not going to wrestle him. The commission has said that he will. We're going to need some help out of the dressing room.
I'm not going to wrestle him. I don't want nothing. Stein.
Can we get Don on? We'll settle
Owens, I'm not going to wrestle him.
You signed a contract to wrestle him, and you are going to wrestle him Tuesday night, or you're
fired out of the Northwest. He's going to the dressing room.
You son of I oughta.
You don't come up there. You don't come up there and say those.
The same thing's gonna happen to you. Hey.
Well, Don Owen has spoken, and he speaks for the commission.
Let me tell you something. If it's the last thing I ever do, then this might be. But Rose, Tuesday night, brother, you're gonna pay for this. It's gonna take a lot more than this to stop me, brother. Tuesday night, Rose. I'll guarantee these people here one thing. They're gonna take you out on a stretcher.
Rocky Johnson. It'll happen Tuesday night, one-on-one against Buddy Rose. Well, it has been a wild night. We will keep the tag team title, and I'll tell you, the man is upset when he leaves his just won championship belt laying around. We'll get it to him. Frank Bottom here, thanks a lot for being with us. So long, everybody. From the Sports Arena, this has been Portland Wrestling. Brought to you in part by Marv Tonkin Ford with your #1.
Channel 2 News, tonight at 11.
That's it for now. Dennis Autry, he could help. 6'11", he's been in the league 11 years, been a tough go-get-him center. He throws around his weight underneath, and that's what the Blazers, of course, need right now. Michael Thompson's been averaging about 38, 39 minutes underneath. He needs some rest.
You remember Sports Illustrated did a series one time on the enforcers, and Dennis Autry was one of those.
That's right. He's mean underneath there when he wants to be, and maybe he can help out. Now, he'll be in uniform tonight. He should be able to see a couple minutes tonight.
Good.
Okay.
The White House Conference on Aging, a story on Oregon's participants in that next.
Merry Christmas from Payless. Merry Christmas.
Sleep as warm and comfortably as you want with a Northern Electric blanket. Costs only pennies a night and makes a great gift. The twin size is specially priced for just $26.88. The full-size single control, $29.99. And full-size dual control is just $34.99. The queen size is also value priced for only $42.99.
Merry Christmas from Payless. Merry Christmas.
Of course I know O's.
Well, we talked last week about if that lubricant doesn't work, Rocky's got a way of breaking it. Rocky Johnson challenging Masters, saying, "You want to do any more?" And he spit on him. Masters as he leaves the ring. And it's not a good thing to do. Authority of the Army, Mike Masters. Buddy Rose, the General, and Matt Bourne, the newest recruit.
Hey, let me tell you something. I can't believe what happened here tonight. I won the match, and this Rocky Johnson comes in and gets involved, and I get disqualified. Why? I won the match. He hits me in the jaw. Well, I got to say, Johnson, this territory ain't big enough for the two of us. It ain't big enough. I want to lose a leave town match with you, Johnson.
Listen, I don't blame him one bit. Johnson's come into the Northwest, and all he's been doing is he says he wanted me to lose or leave town. He says he wants to run down the Army and get him out of here. Let me tell you something, Johnson. You're stepping on the wrong toes because Masters, Bourne, and Rose have formed an Army, and you are looking at right here the J.R. Ewing, Alan Quartermain of wrestling. You're looking at the Luke Spencer and Hutch of wrestling, and you're looking at the John Travolta of wrestling, and you're also looking at Stasiak, the John Wayne of wrestling. And nobody will stop these famous people because we are fighting with our hearts, and we are sick and tired of the promotion and of the people and everybody against us trying to get us out of here. So we have formed us three, the first time ever, right here in the Northwest, this combination that I come up with, and it's all the younger generation with strength, speed, agility, brains, guts, and wanting to make the big bucks. And I'm hot, and Matt Bourne and I and Masters won an Army match with any three people, and I mean business, and not just to have a match, but to hurt somebody, because it's time we hurt somebody.
Hey, buddy, I can't believe the people here think that God has walked onto the scene when Rocky Johnson comes out here. He's big, he's huge, he looks great, he was U.S. champion, and he can dance. He can dance like Fred Astaire. He can shuffle, and I'm sure the next dance contest he enters, he's going to take first place. But Rocky Johnson, like Buddy said, you're stepping on the wrong toes. You don't know who you're dealing with here. Whoever it is, whichever one of us gets in the ring with you on a one-on-one match, if it happens to be a loser leave town, you better buy your plane ticket in advance because you can get a discount on it. Because your butt is leaving. Masters wants the match. I hope he gets it.
And what about Regal? Regal, the champion, has said that he needs more time off, and that he said to Don Owens, ladies and gentlemen, I need more time off. I've decided I'm going to go back home, and I'll give the belt to the promotion, and you can have a tournament. This is another shock. Well, listen, every time we get back into a corner, Matt Bourne or myself or Masters, we always come back landing on our feet, whether it's in our personal life, private life, or public life. We always come out smelling like a rose. And Regal, what a chicken blank champion you are. You didn't want to get in the ring. You're healthy as can be, but after you've seen what's happening, after Masters hurt you, after he was the man that put you out of commission, just like he's going to do to Johnson eventually, you chickened out, lost all your guts, and you decided to commentate for a couple weeks to stall. Sure, and now you decided to leave. Well, you go ahead and leave it, Owens. You give that belt to me, Bourne, or Masters, or Stasak. One of us can be the two representatives. That'd be the only fair way. Why don't we just put all four of our names in a hat, and we'll draw it out, and one of us four.
Because Steve Regal hears Buddy Rose, Matt Bourne, Mike Masters' names, he starts shaking. People told me this. I can see it. There's nothing wrong with his shoulder. He doesn't have a gut in his body. He's afraid to get in the ring with any one of us.
And Masters and I have been talking something over. We got a plan, don't we, Masters?
We sure do, and it's just for Rocky Johnson.
That's right. And we will let you know very soon. Steve Regal, you gutless champion, and Rocky Johnson, stay away from Bourne and myself, and don't even try to come near me, because Bourne or Masters will take care of you, because I pay these men good.
Well, it's the latest edition of the Army. To the locker room. If you're interested in the wrestling in Medford, tickets on sale at Mr. Sport.
In the city of Portland, and this is not the last time. We are going to be remembered by everybody. Bourne and Rose in the squared circle. Bring on the best you've got to offer, because we're going to start hurting people.
Now threatening to go to crippling again. Stevens and Son Jewelers have tickets for wrestling in Salem. In Eugene, the phone number is 345-9717. 345-9717 in Eugene.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event will be the best 2 out of 3 falls or to a TV time limit. Be a relay team match. Introducing in this corner the team of Playboy Buddy Rose and Matt Bourne. Their opponents in this corner, the team of King Parsons and Rocky Johnson.
Parsons and Johnson are the current tag team champions of the Northwest. This is a non-title bout. For tickets to upcoming cards in Portland, best bets come out to the flea market at the Sports Arena. Doors open at 8 o'clock every Sunday. Business closes up around 3. So come on out. Get your tickets to the upcoming card, like for next Saturday, and in a week from tomorrow. You get tickets for that special card on December 15th. Rocky Johnson, former United States heavyweight champion, as was Playboy Buddy Rose. Rocky going against Matt Bourne. the dancing man, Rocky Johnson. Now we got a little battle of the pecs here, I guess. Side headlock. Thrown off at. Oh! Matt Bourne unloaded. And Johnson was taking it all away. Got out of the way, and Rose is saying, okay, I saw it happen. He faked us. No dissension among the two, or even between them. We hope to get Steve Regal up here sometime before we go off the air. You heard Rose. We had heard speculation. We had heard rumors. Oh, the dancing man's doing it. To his feet. And just a stance is enough to back him off. We'd heard the word that Steve Regal had gotten bad news, that the shoulder just was not healing as quickly as he had supposed it would. That it really is, all he could get is a prognosis of maybe quite some time yet before he can get back in action. A holiday season coming, and all we'd heard that there was speculation that he might be going back home to Indiana. That'd make a good song title, wouldn't it? Back Home Again in Indiana. Anyway, we had no verification of it, and certainly Rose talking about it is not verification, because Rose talks about a lot of things. Rocky Johnson keeping both of them out. Rose bragging. Rocky went for an arm drag slam, and Rose did slip it. But then Rose did not hang around to get any more physical, as Olivia Newton-John would say. He got out of there, which is what he did Tuesday against Rocky in a singles match. They were both bloody. They were both outside the ring, but Johnson got back in. Rose went to the dressing room with the help of Masters. Now they double team on Rocky Johnson. It's about the only time you'll see Rose coming in against Rocky, I would predict. Stomp to the midsection. Spread eagles. Outside toe hold on the one leg. The other spread eagle with the foot. And the crowd rocking with the yellow Rocky. Tag. They're going to double team. A rowboat. A wishbone. Each man grabs the leg and goes the other way. That's Matt Bourne in against Rocky Johnson. Looking the outside toe, but he didn't cover the other foot, and Rocky kicked off. However, he goes right back to the hold again. Bourne in with a driving knee to the left leg of Rocky Johnson. Kickoff by Rocky. He's trying to get the King Parsons. A little double team there, but the count of 5 hadn't been reached. As Bourne went over to cut Johnson off from getting to his partner. Working on the knee. Twice now you've heard Rose say that the Army, the young ones, Bourne, Masters, and Rose, are going to get back to hurting people. Used to have the nickname the Cripplers, particularly when he and Ed Wiskowski were together. They put a lot of men out of action. Rose has put a number of men out by himself and with different armies. Johnson kicking off the tag, and Buddy Rose is in. Cameras plainly and clearly give you the visual picture of the trunks being pulled by Rose. Sandy Barr with one of the toughest jobs in professional sports. Little double teaming as Rose goes out. Coming all the way across. Sit out on the left leg. Parsons is still in there. Now Parsons is causing a lot of trouble for his partner. Parsons being chased out. Gives Rose the opportunity to work on Johnson. Spinning toe hold, and Johnson, the leg is hurting too much. Spinning toe hold. Johnson has to submit. Bourne wins the first fall. Rose yelling up into the camera, we got one. I'm thinking that he's thinking they may not only have the first fall, they may have put a man out of action. He's saying, wasn't I right? Not only going to win it, we're going to put the man out. Well, this is the kind of action you can see wherever you go in the Pacific Northwest. Well, we've got part of the Army back up again. Mike Masters, Buddy Rose.
That's all we need, because this man here has some shocking news for the Northwest, and baby, let him know what it is.
All right, Mr. TV announcer, I'm going to say this nice and slow. I'm not going to yell, and I'm not going to scream, because I want you and the people out there to hear each and every word I got to say. I am sick and tired of this baboon, Rocky Johnson, running into my matches and hit me with a sucker punch when I'm not even looking and interfering in my matches. So what I want to do is get a loser leave town match with Rocky Johnson.
You heard it.
I want the match with Johnson this coming Saturday. And if he's afraid to come on TV and give me a match on TV where everybody's going to see him lose, I will take him that following Tuesday, December 15th, in a Portland special.
Either one.
I want him either one. It doesn't make a difference. And let me tell you something. I've been working out like an animal down at the weight room. I've been doing 500-pound bench presses every day. Hey, the full Nelson is stronger than ever. Johnson, you're not going to go out of here on your feet. You're going to go out of here all right, but you're going out on a stretcher.
But let him know one more thing. One more thing. He always gets disqualified. So this is the match that he wants, if he's got any guts. He wants a no disqualification. Anything goes, where if he gets the full Nelson on right, and you can't break it right away, you'll still win the match. It's yours, and it's over. And you're
Johnson, you're leaving, but you're leaving on a stretcher. Just remember those words. You're leaving on a stretcher.
And you're
all right, that's the challenge for Saturday or next Tuesday.
For protecting this body.
We're out of town. Masters challenging for the loser leave town match. Right at the end of that interview, you might have heard Rose saying, the man is getting paid well to protect me, saying a special bonus. So we didn't have time for the question that I wanted to ask, which was whether or not that was Mike Masters' idea to go after that match, or whether it might have been a less than subtle suggestion by the Playboy. This has happened so often. Now, he lost last Tuesday to Rocky Johnson. He's in no hurry to get in the ring alone with him again, and he's got a member of the Army out in front doing is challenging, if not is fighting for him. Well, we've seen this happen before, haven't we, over the last 6 years? A member of the Army out in front doing the challenging, not Rose. He's talking tag matches or other members of the Army, in this case Masters, going against the rival of the moment, and this time it's a big rival, maybe tougher than any he's ever had before, talking about Rocky Johnson. Well, we'll see what happens, see what the future brings. Side headlock, Matt Bourne on King Parsons. And lock up, go behind, full Nelson. Matt Bourne with the full Nelson on King Parsons. Reversal on the full Nelson. Rose suffering again. King Parsons showing at least one of the tricks he's learned from Rocky Johnson. Getting out of the way. Rose felt sporn. Rose wants to make sure Bourne understood. Rose yelling up, we're not upset, we understand these things happen. The tag, and they're going to double team in the corner on Parsons. Rose in, Bourne out. Knee lift to the midsection. Rose and Bourne winning the first fall. Knee lift to the midsection. And a Playboy by the Texan, Buddy Rose, and he wants out. The Texan, I'm talking about King Parsons. Buddy Rose, of course, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Headbutt. Whip into the ropes. Shoulder throw back drop. And Rose hesitating to take the tag, but does. And King Parsons anxious to get him in the ring. They lock up in the near neutral corner. The whip out, it's reverse. Rose taken hard into the far corner. The whip into the near neutral corner, and there goes the turnbuckle. Rocky Johnson using the metal part, not the plastic or canvas covered part. Covers Rose. Rocky Johnson, security guards trying to get that turnbuckle hooked up again. Now watch out, Rocky gets taken down in the corner. Rose gets the referee. Rocky Johnson smashed Matt Bourne's head into the steel ring post. Bourne is groggy. Little Dance coming over with a victory roll. 1, 2, this sucker's all even. This match is all even at a fall apiece. Now Bourne is going to cry about having his head slammed into the steel ring post. The reason he had it because he was trying to do it to the leg of Johnson inside the ring. So our main event all even.
Thank you, everybody. You know, Frank, I heard Buddy Rose out here earlier calling me a gutless champion, a chicken champion. Well, let me go through the list for you, Buddy Rose. First, there was a big mean Gene Kaniski. I met him in a title match and defeated him. Number 2 was Rip Oliver, one of your main men. I met him in a title match and beat him, and you call me gutless. Number 3, Mike Masters, who in the second fall of the match, I dislocated his shoulder, went back, finished the match, and won the belt, and you call me gutless. Matt Bourne in our tag match. Matt Bourne is in a loser-leave town match with Buddy Rose, and he said, Steve, watch my back for him, and my arm was in a sling, and I kept Masters and Stasak out with one arm from interfering in the match, and he's blaming me for that, and Rose calls me gutless. Last but not least, Buddy Rose. Doughboy Buddy Rose. I have met you here and defeated you in a title match, Buddy Rose. So who's gutless, you big fat blob of jelly, you? Frank, and I know you heard some rumors. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do right now, what I have to say to everybody here. My shoulder is a lot more serious than I thought it was. It's been 4 weeks now. It could be another 4, it could be another 8, it could be 10 weeks, it could be a couple months. But what I'm going to have to do, Frank, is give this belt to the Secretary of the Commission, and I'm going home for Christmas, and I'm going to rest and relax and get this arm right, and I'm not coming back till I'm 110%. I don't care if it's a year from now. When I do, I'm getting this belt back. Thank you very much.
Steve Regal turning in his champion. 8/17, 9/17, and 10/17 Sunday morning. Well, that's a terrible thing to see. I know for a fact that Steve Regal agonized the last week over making this decision. He wants very much to keep that Northwest championship. He wants very much to get Matt Bourne in the ring for any reason at all. But that shoulder just didn't come along the way he had hoped. And of course, the big danger is returning to the ring too soon. Is that if that shoulder is not yet healed, he gets back in the ring. If it comes out again, then it is surgery and a pin. Steel pin would have to go in surgically to keep the shoulder in place. So we just say to Steve Regal, you've been a heck of a champion. You've been very, very popular. Wish you the best of luck, and Merry Christmas to you, and hope to see you back here very soon. Buddy Rose drawing the line and saying cross it. Rocky Johnson willing to do that. Says, there's my line. Buddy Rose and Rocky Johnson, they were in against each other Tuesday. Johnson won it. And Rose went to the dressing room with the help of partner Mike Masters, one of the Army, that is. Whoa! Matt Bourne not paying attention to what's going on in the ring. And to think that he blamed Regal for a couple of their losses as the tag team. And that's a mistake Buddy Rose's partners don't make very often. You have to admit about Rose. You may not like him, probably don't. but he's formidable in the ring. And his tag team partners usually are too, the members of his army. You got to be tough. You got to be skilled to be a member of Rose's army. Mistakes like have been made by Matt Bourne tonight and aren't going to be tolerated too long. Buddy Rose tied up. Uh-oh. Little battering ram time. Rose has Bourne whipped right into his midsection. There's your butt. A posterior bump, if you will. Double knee knocker. The tag out by Rose. In comes Bourne. They are toe-to-toe and throwing punches. Marianne to the ropes. The whip over the top rope. Watch out, Rocky Johnson's got a shot now. Buddy Rose. And he really creamed him into the ring post. Side headlock. Grinding down on it. There's 2, 3. Crowd picking up the count. Shot, but he rose. Trying to get the turnbuckle treatment. He got it back instead. Now Bourne, I think, is going to get some. And Parsons down in the enemy corner. They're double teaming him. Rocky Johnson being sent out by the referee all the time. Matt Bourne, Buddy Rose double teaming on Parsons. It's the main event. We're at a fall apiece. Buddy Rose coming in. Matt Bourne checking out on the tag. Flying elbow smash. Drops Parsons to the canvas. Parsons catches Boy to the midsection. Drop kick by Rose. Covers him with a body press. Parsons not going away that easily. He swings, catches Bourne outside the ring. Judo chop, now the whip into the near ropes. And a hit by Parsons. He ought to try to get out of tag. He does. Here comes Rocky. Drop kick to his feet. Downstairs headbutt. The whip on Rose. Catches him with a sleeper. Rocky Johnson with a sleeper hold. Parsons keeping Bourne back. Knight Masters out of the dressing room. We're going to have a no contest. Masters out of the dressing room. It'll be a DQ and outside interference. Parsons getting it and a low blow. Hack Sawyer coming in. Hack Sawyer raining blows over Matt Bourne. Rose trying to get the pin. The match has been over for a minute. I'm not sure he knew that Masters interfered. Rose back. Max Sawyer in. They're going wild. In the seats and in the ring. And Rocky Johnson back to the sleeper on Rose. King Parsons knocked out of it momentarily. Now he comes back. Johnson winding up and letting Masters have it. Masters with a challenge out to Rocky Johnson for a loser leave town. Well, we finally got a little piece restored in the ring. I'm sure, yeah, he's pointing to Masters. It will be disqualification due to outside interference. Masters, the first to come interfere, and Rocky Johnson had the sleeper hold on Buddy Rose. Now Masters and Johnson near getting into it down at ringside. Max Sawyer comes screaming out of the dressing room after Masters did. We had all 6 of them
19 minutes and 22
in the
seconds.
ring. Oh, I tell you, it's been wild. All right, Johnson and Parsons winning it on a disqualification. Rose and Bourne are disqualified because of the outside interference of Mike Masters. And then we had, we'll be back. We'll have a wild interview.
All right. Before the introductions, a quick word. The band to my right said, a lot of people want a lot of things. He says, we're going to give them all they want. Hack Sawyer, King Parsons, Rocky Johnson. What comes first, Rocky, next Saturday?
What comes first? The first thing is I'm looking forward to Monday night to be in Longview. I've never had the pleasure or opportunity to be there before, but I'm looking forward to it because I heard there's a lot of nice people out there. That comes first. Number 2, 6-man ride. Rose wants to bring part of his army out. Said he wants to get down. He wants to do it. I said, okay, brother. I'll go get 2 of my best men. Here they are right here. I'm talking about Sugar King and Hacksaw here, brother. That comes Saturday night. None other thing in mind. I'm talking about Musclehead. What's his name? Masters, right? Out here, brother, he hurt a lot of guys. With that phone Nelson, trying to put a lot of people on a competition. But let me tell you something, my man. Anytime you want a piece of the rock, you can get it anytime, any place. And if you want it Tuesday, the 15th, brother, loser leave town. Everything goes, winner takes all. Loser gets nothing. If you want it, brother, then let me tell you, I'm here to tell you how it is, not like it was. You can have it. Now, I know you're a strong man because I have some people come and tell me, they say, Rocky, you got to watch him because I know he takes them iron bars in the gym and he bends them. What were they, King, 2 inches?
Yeah.
He take them 2-inch bars, he be bending them and all that. But anyway, brother, I'll tell you one thing. I know what your phone Nelson's all about, but you better watch out for the Rock because since I've been here, these people been super nice to me, and I ain't letting nobody down in Oregon, and I ain't going no place. So loser leave town on the 15th. Be there. Woo!
All right, the 6-man, the Army against this new...
All-time leading amateur wrestler, and looking like he's going to do it in the pros, too. Buzzsaw Sawyer.
You know, you just said something that made a lot of sense. You said one of the all-time great amateur wrestlers, which I am, and which I was. And I'm coming up to be one of the greatest professional wrestlers that this world's ever seen. Okay, that's beside the point. I want to talk about something else here for a minute. First of all, the way I got where I'm standing right now is through amateur wrestling. I started when I was this little, and I wrestled all the way up by there. And I'm not just kidding about nothing. I'm telling you the pure fact of life. Anybody out there, or anybody who walks on God's green earth
that thinks he can come up here and beat me. I'm talking about a certain thing that was on at 11 o'clock this morning. You people watching know what I'm talking about. Here's an amateur wrestler. Here's a professional wrestler. I don't see nobody coming up here challenging me to break that figure 4 leg lock. So I'm issuing challenges to everybody and anybody that thinks they can beat me, amateurs, professionals, that they want to bring a stick in and beat me, because you can beat me all you want, baby, and that ain't going to do you no good. So all comers, come on, break the figure 4. You're not going to do it. Look at all these people out here. Listen to them. We're telling you the way it is, and that's the way it stays. And the people that I'm talking to, if you know who I'm talking to, I'm going to go out here and take care of some more business right now.